The little piglets were flying around the woods everywhere, and I ran in with the buckets. I was thrilled with myself. I threw all the apples out. I mean, there probably was about like 200 apples, and I put them all out, and 6 little piglets, and they were chomping them all down. And then I did a whole video of them, and I was sending it to my friend Matthew, and he like literally calls me straight back or messages me and says like, oh my God, those pigs are going to be so drunk.
Hello and welcome to The Recipe, brought to you by Filippo Berio. I'm your host, Theo Randall, chef patron at Theo Randall Cucina Italiana. Today I'm joined by a pioneer of Irish food.
My father was very, quite a strict Irish man. I'd never seen him crying in my life. And he was sitting at the table, the tears uncontrollably running down his head, and the apple clove jelly opened up. Yeah. And he said that he hadn't tasted the apple clove jelly since his mother had made it.
Yeah.
And to see that reaction in his face was just extraordinary, how food can bring out that person, bring out that memory, like no photograph can do that.
She has transformed a neglected 100-acre estate into a thriving organic farm and believes that happy cooking is one of the most powerful tools for mental health.
If you were like, if somebody was trying to woo me, I'm married, but if you want to woo me, martini, caviar, homemade bellinis, creme fraiche.
Please welcome Clodagh McKenna. Clodagh, it's a real pleasure to have you on the show. This show is all about dishes that tell a story.
Yeah.
What are you going to cook today?
I am going to cook, for you, a ribollita soup.
Wow, my favourite soup.
Is it?
It really is.
Do I wanted to ask you, you're Italian?
No, I haven't got Italian bone in my body. I just love Italian food.
Yeah. Oh my God, I thought, are your parents not Italian?
No, my mother is Scottish. My mother was Scottish, and she loved Italy. She'd had a love affair with Italian food and Italian art. She was an artist. And so I kind of just had this passion from a very early age. Okay. And it's just grown. And I always say I haven't got Italian bone in my body, but I have an Italian soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at you as being Italian.
No, I'm not.
Always.
But I have been given the Star of Italy, which is a knighthood from the Italian government for.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Now that is mega.
It is pretty mega.
No, that's mega.
But that's because of all the stuff I've done for Italian food. So
oh my gosh, yeah.
There's a little bit of Italian.
And so the creative part came from your mom.
Very much so.
Okay, amazing. So I'm going to make your ribollita soup. I get the essence of this. I feel like the soup is like who I am as a person. So I spent 3 years in Italy.
In Turin.
In Turin, I worked with Slow Food there.
Amazing place. Some of the most delicious food, and the architecture in Turin is stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand why you got the Italian star now. Yes, it is. And it's one of the most overlooked cities because a lot of people think of it as an industrial city. Yeah. And it certainly is in the basin of it. But the inner city of Turin is so magnificent because it was built to be the capital. And it was amazing. It was the Hollywood of Europe in its day. So you've got amazing grand piazzas. The food is so different to like all the different regions in Italy. But anyway, this was a soup that I learned there from my then boyfriend's mother, who was such a great cook, and I learned the soup from her, which was really lovely. And then now that I'm living on my farm, it's such a brilliant way to use up vegetables, and I love beans. I love feeling good. Like I'm in my 50s now, I have to like really like
eat well.
Really eat well so that I have the energy that can match the energy in my head. Yeah, sure. Because the energy in my head is still 2030, but my body lacks. So I have to I just like enriching my body. So it's got everything. It's a real comfort food. I call it my ribollita weekend soup because I make it every single weekend.
And so Slow Food, what was Slow Food like? I mean, that's an
Slow Food was amazing
organisation.
Yeah, I learned about Slow Food through an amazing lady called Jana Ferguson, who is a cheesemaker in West Cork, who produces Gubeen cheese. And she became an incredibly close friend of mine, and she really brought me to the table. I was like so enthusiastic, full of energy at about 26. I trained at Ballymaloe for a few years.
Ballymaloe is all about, sustainability. It's about growing your own product. So that must have been was that your first kind of introduction to that amazing way of cooking from farm to plate?
Yeah, totally. I mean, when I went and did the course 27 years ago, I went in to think that I was going to set up a chain of Starbucks coffee shops around Ireland. And there was no coffee shops in Ireland. So I was like, I'm going to set up a chain here, but I need to go and learn. My mother went away and took a loan out of the credit union without telling my father, because he would have gone crazy. And we couldn't afford it.
That's
and
so cool.
She literally took all her savings and got double the amounts to allow me to go. And then my father gave me his car. We only had one car so that I could actually drive up there and all the rest. And the first week after I came back, I'd made apple clove jelly and I brought them all back to the house. And my dad still wasn't over the fence on me training to be a chef, because at that time, as you well know, there was no other things like this. It was like you were going to be in a kitchen and that was it, you know. And my dad found that quite hard to grasp. I came back with my apple clove jelly, left them on the kitchen table, went up, took off my chef wipes, came back downstairs, and my father was sitting at the table. My father was very, quite a strict Irish man in the nicest way. I'd never seen him crying in my life. And he was sitting at the table, the tears uncontrollably running down his head, and the apple clove jelly opened up, and I got such a fright. I thought that something had happened to my mother. And he said that he hadn't tasted the apple clove jelly since his mother had made it.
Yeah.
And to see that reaction in his face was just extraordinary, how food can bring out that person, bring out that memory, like no photograph can do that, you know, and that connection that I had with my father that I hadn't had ever in my life. I was so hooked. I was so hooked on how food could change your life. Yeah. It was like driving me. That's what keeps Sue, I feel like, so grateful. 26 years later, I'm still working in food,
and
you know.
doing amazingly well.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
you know, I'm still
that's the thing,
enjoying
you enjoy
it.
So I think we should start cooking our Rivolita.
Yeah.
It's what a special pot. This has got your name on it.
It's a very special pot. This is my own pot.
Is it?
Donna Hay calls it powdery sage green, which I thought was the most beautiful word. It took me about 2 years to design it. Yeah. You know what it's like being a chef when you want your most perfect pot. Yeah. So brilliant for batch cooking. It's just like an everyday. It's a brilliant, like if you want to buy a big fabulous pot to cook.
And where can we get these from?
On my online store, clodagmckenna.com.
Okay, let's get this oil in here and make Rivolita.
Yes, exactly. Perfect for Rivolita. I mean, usually when I'm making this at the weekend, I'd probably do like 3 or 4 times the recipe. Yeah. Because I quite like making one big batch all at once. Like
when you make soup, you've got to make soup for everyone.
You've got to make soup for everybody.
I always make soup, well, not every week, but most weekends I'll make a minestrone. And I'll give it to everyone in the family. I change the soup for depending who's going to be eating it. Okay. So say I've got like some of my fancier friends coming round or whatever, you know, that like are real foodies, whatever. I will do the sofrito so fine, you know. And so you can't even see it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, but us, when it's at the weekend, you know, I'm literally peeling and just chop, shove it in the blender. They'll all be different sizes. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's all about making sure you have those. It really doesn't matter. 4 key things, really. I think people spend so much time chopping vegetables at the perfect size. Yeah, exactly. Forget it. Just chop it up and then get it into the oil. When I was training to be a chef at Ballymaloe, I was put on the soup section, as you are. You know, when you first go into the kitchens, and we'd be making 2 different types of soup every day. It was like 8 months of it, I think. I mean, I used to go insane. But then you'd be making like portions, like 140 of each, you know, portions, because they'd use it for the next day for lunch, and also, you know, there was just a lot of soup. It was 2 different every day. Yeah. But it was a really great way of learning how to taste. And that's what Rory's whole thing was, that you learn how to taste. Taste as you're cooking. Taste as you're cooking, taste as you're cooking. But what I did learn about soups, and what sets apart a really good soup from an okay soup, is what you're doing right here. The base. Is the base. Yeah. Yeah, it's all about the base. But if you get the sofrito really cooked down, almost slightly caramelized, you add so much flavour to the soup. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what you do to it after then, it's going to have that flavour. Absolutely. If you just put the vegetables in and then add your stock or tomato, it won't have any taste at all. Absolutely. So just put the tomatoes in. We've got 2 tins of cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. You want the sweetness from the tomatoes. So cherry tomatoes are obviously much sweeter than regular tomatoes. Yeah, what's your take? What's your favourite tin tomato? As in, like, do you like a plum? Do you like chopped? I like plum, but I like polpo, so chopped tomatoes, sieve tomatoes. And the reason I like those is because they haven't got the seeds in them.
Okay.
And the seeds can make the sauce a little bit bitter because you've got tannins in the seeds, and when they heat up, they can explode like when you have a tea bag and you leave a tea bag in too long. It's the same kind of effect. You get this.
So do you think that I should switch from the cherry to the chopped?
I would, or just passata, because it's sieved. There's no seeds in there at all.
Okay, I'm going to do that. That's my takeaway from today.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Mr. Randall.
That's a pleasure.
I'm going to put in a nice big pinch of sea salt.
So I'm just breaking up these tomatoes.
Yeah. Sorry about the seeds.
So were you taught how to make this in Turin? Yeah.
Actually, in Bra.
Okay.
Bra is
That's where the amazing cheese comes from.
Bra is, exactly, amazing Parmesan cheese. I lived in Bra when I first went there because that is the centre of slow food.
Yeah.
That's where all the slow food headquarters are.
And it's correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't that where Italy started?
Italy started in Turin.
Turin,
at the Lingotto.
Yeah, I went there.
Did you?
Yeah,
it was amazing.
The original place is absolutely incredible.
It's amazing.
I mean, you walk in that place and you're there, you think you're going to go there for like 20 minutes. You're in there for 4 hours.
So good.
There's so much to see.
Yeah.
The quality of the produce is incredible. I mean, they have those counters where there's just that fish counter where there's just fish and you can sit behind there and have the fish cooked by the chefs, or you can go to the meat counter and have an incredible beefsteak of Fiorentina.
So brilliant.
And then they have like truffles, and then they have all the wine, and then they have all those condiments like the mostarda and things like that.
It's so accessible.
It's so accessible.
That's what I love about it. Yeah. You can go in and you'll see everybody is in there because
Italy
they
in
have
itself.
That's Italy in
There's
itself.
There is no like class system when it comes to eating. Everyone eats good food.
Absolutely. And that is happening everywhere now, which is great, which is really important. I remember when we got our first batch of pigs, and I was like so excited. I was like, these pigs are going to be the most delicious pigs you've ever seen in your life. And I'm saving all the apples from our orchard. And they arrived and I was so excited. And then they got in, the little piglets were flying around the woods everywhere. And I ran in with the buckets. I was thrilled with myself. And I threw all the apples out. I mean, there probably was about like 200 apples. And I put them all out, and 6 little piglets. And they were chomping them all down. And then I did a whole video of them and I was sending it to my friend Matthew. And he like literally calls me straight back or messages me and says like, oh my God, those pigs are going to be so drunk.
Of course.
You never feed pigs like that amount of apple because
it's going to ferment
in their body and turn into cider. And like next few days, the piggies are like
drunken pigs walking
I know,
around.
like come to an Irish girl's house and.
Oh, that's delicious. I think we should serve it now.
Yeah.
This ribollita looks delicious. God, I love it. Look at the texture of it. It's so kind of creamy, but you've kept it nice and chunky, which is important.
Oh.
You don't want it to be smooth.
No, you don't. This tastes like home to me.
Got that texture.
So
this
yummy.
is like so good for you. And I like that little bit of chili as well. I mean, it's such a great soup because you can do, as you said, you can add to it.
Yeah.
You can keep it in the fridge. It will last probably 4 or 5 days in the fridge. It just almost gets better as the longer you keep it.
Absolutely. Little spice.
Those beans are so creamy.
They're so creamy.
God, that's delicious.
It's a must. It's a must, isn't it, the soup? And sometimes if I have a little bit of lardo from our pigs, I'll put that in at the very, very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And that gives such good flavour.
So you're basically, Highclere Park, where you are completely self-sustainable?
Yeah, so our part of the park is called Broadspear.
Yeah.
Which is a little forgotten part of the park that we moved into about 10 years ago. And we started a farm. So 10 years on, really, I was so clueless. I was like, oh my God, I want chickens, get chicken. And then literally got the house, the lovely little house and all that. And the night before then, the sweat breakout of like, Jesus Christ, what? I have no idea what I've just done.
Yeah.
The chickens arrive and you just learn. We have our chickens, we have woodland pigs, we have cattle.
Woodland pigs?
Woodland pigs.
So what's a woodland pig?
A woodland pig is a pig that lives in the woods.
Well, I thought that, but does it mean it's a smaller pig?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but yes, it's just a pig. I mean, I made it, when I said it like a statement, like it sounded like it's
like a breed.
Yeah, no, it's not a breed. So the first thing I got were the chickens. Learned how to manage them, trained them to go in at night, you know, the whole thing. And train them to go in at night. I've got 6 different breeds. I'm obsessed with them. You know, we also have cattle. I've got ducks as well, Aylesbury ducks. We have, we restored a fallen down, kind of tumbling walled vegetable garden. So I have a really beautiful vegetable garden. I grow over 100, 150 different varieties of vegetables and fruit. I have a pickling shed, I have a shed that I restored. Everything was falling down. Like, it was... car crash when we arrived. Car crash.
Wow.
Like, really car crash.
And this is your
dream
husband,
ended when we got to the end of the driveway. I was like,
really?
Oh my God. Like, where's the picket fence in the rose garden? But what was great was that we built it together. Yeah. And that was really amazing.
You and your husband.
Me and my husband.
Yeah, and this is your husband's family
park.
Yeah,
exactly. So, you know, all the family lived there and everything. Okay. And it's beautiful. So the history there is amazing. And I, you know, embrace it, you know, it was very English, which I really embraced, and was lovely learning about, you know, your culture, which is now a little part of mine. I did build an Irish pub though, just to stop my claim.
Yeah. And that was built from all of the felled trees.
I got so into the trees. My great friend, the great Bob Geldof, who's a great friend of mine, taught me so much about it when he was coming in to stay with us the first time we were there early on. He's like, you've got to learn about the fungi, Clodagh, and the trees and all the electrolytes underneath. And
all the fungi.
The fungi, you know, underneath the soil and the root system and the electrolytes and everything, which keeps us alive.
Yeah, of course.
So I got obsessed with it, and I got obsessed with like seasoning our trees and using our trees. We're renovating the house at the moment. We're using all our own wood. I've just built an outdoor kitchen. I didn't build it. This wonderful local girl called Lizzie. Shout out to Lizzie. I love her. She's an amazing, amazing woman. And she built it for me, but from all of her own trees.
Wow.
And we bring to the sawmill, the local sawmill, and just feeling the wood. It changes the space. But what really was really spectacular, I'm not sure if I'm making sense when I'm talking.
No, you are.
But when we moved in first, there was such a lack of wildlife.
Really?
You know, no butterflies, no wild, you know, irises growing in the fields, and there just wasn't any wildlife, no big birds or whatever. And now, all of a sudden, I was about 4 years in, and I remember a moment walking down to the woods and coming out and seeing the beehives were the first things that we put in. You know, they're the most important for the pollinating. You know all of this. And we're walking past the bees, and we just stopped and we looked over at the vegetable gardens and the ducks in the pond and all the chickens running everywhere. The chickens got into the field, they're like under the cows and all that. It was like, I had a moment, and I said to Harry, I was like, oh my God, it's happened. It's happened. And he's like, it's happened. The full circle. The full circle. I can get so emotional about it because it was so incredible to... You know, it was a lot of bloody hard work. You know, it was so hard work. You know, there was no like big money there to put anything in. It was literally trying to get a gig here and a gig there. I'll do a cookery demo. I made $5,000. Okay, now I can build this or restore this. It was literally like that. And to see this magical place and the animals and the soil and the trees and the feeling of this full circle of everything working. Animals respecting
perfect
animals,
ecosystem.
Bees, things growing, the wildflower, like we have a big wildflower meadow, all of a sudden came off. 3 years, it failed.
Yeah.
It drove me insane.
But it takes a long time for these things to work. I mean, it doesn't just happen overnight.
I mean, I killed everything, man.
I'm sure,
I killed everything. I was like, first time I collecting growing tomatoes, I was like, I'm going to do a big bed. I had like 32 varieties. They got literally blight overnight and were gone. I literally killed everything except for animals. I didn't kill any animals, thank God.
So you spend half of your week in London, half of your week.
Yeah. In there, yeah. I come into London to make the money.
You come in London, make the money, pay for everything.
And then we come, and so does my husband.
Oh, that's
you know,
good.
we're equal partners and everything. And and it's really, it's a really special, it's a special place.
So you've got your other businesses, obviously, your cookware, you do
Yeah.
table linen, you've got candles, you've got vases, you've got cooking essentials.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big business you're running.
Yeah, it is. I love it. I love, like you know, when you're a chef, you're a creative. I love creating, and I love creating beautiful spaces. So that naturally went into starting my online store, which has been like really successful, thankfully. And I do linens and everything pretty much for the table, and I manufacture and design them myself.
And you've got your cookbook, Happy Cooking,
Happy Cooking,
which is such a great. I always, whenever I sign a book, I always say Happy Cooking.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
I guess that's why you called it Happy Cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the last few years, I definitely became not obsessed. I became very aware of my age and what I was eating and what made me feel better and all the rest. It's not a health book. Like, I'm not like, I'll never be the girl who is like vegan and cartwheeling. Like, it's just not me. Like, like Friday, I'm like martini.
Yeah.
I want a martini, I want a buff bourguignon, I want my Barolo, I want my tarte tatin, and creme fraiche, and I want more ice cream and more ice cream and more ice cream. But then Monday comes and I'm like, shh.
Nothing. Yeah.
I'm like a machine.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want my ribollita soup.
Yeah.
I want to be clean. I want my energy. I don't want to feel old. I want to feel like it's the best I can be. I don't want to be younger. I just want to be the best at 50 that I can be. And that's just like the balance. And Happy Cooking. And I meditate. I've meditated for a long, long time. Like years through my mom.
Yeah.
And I never talked about it or shared that before. I was always like, I think it was like a cat-like thing. It was like something here, and I didn't think it was, I felt embarrassed a little bit to share it. Yeah. But I talk about that in it and the rituals I do and forest bathing. I got into the woods over the weekend. I spent about an hour lying on the soil with my hands stuck into the ground and breathing in air and everything. Good from that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as long as I can get. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, but even so. But I meditate every day. That will change your life, meditating every day.
Now, you've got some really exciting news to tell me, haven't you?
I do.
What is it?
This is the first time I'm actually talking to somebody about it. It feels really, really weird.
Go on.
It feels really weird.
Spill the beans.
I have a brand, I don't know how to say it. How does one say this? I have a brand new TV series.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that how you say it?
Well, yeah.
Do you say brand and new in it, or you just say I have a new TV series?
A new TV series.
I have a new TV series. Brava. I know. I can't believe it.
And that's
blushing.
On ITV?
It's going to be on ITV in October.
Amazing.
It's going to be on, and it's all based on a broad spear where I was talking about our farm. I guess it's like a peephole into my life. It's, I cook every night, and whether it's for cooking for a cozy supper for just myself and Harry, or all my friends around for lunch, or it's bigger parties as well, because I love doing the big tables in the middle of the woods. So we'll be doing all of those kind of things, and I'm dying to have you down.
I'd love to come.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Oh, gorgeous.
All my friends would love to meet you. Like, you're such a legend, Theo. Like, I would love to have you down.
Well, I'd love to. Before that, I've got a quick fire round here. What would the last meal on earth be for you?
That's always such a hard question, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
My last meal on earth. Okay, it would begin with oysters. I love oysters.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Nothing with them. Maybe a little bit of lemon, that's it. Carlingford oysters in particular.
Okay. From
Ireland. I love that. Okay, I am going to add this in, and I might be cancelled for saying it. But I definitely, this is not how I grew up. Far from it. I love caviar.
Yeah.
I just love
it is something
caviar.
about caviar that is just...
Oh my God, I love it so much. Yeah. Caviar and a homemade Bellini and really delicious artisan French creme fraiche. Yeah. And a martini at the same time. Yeah. I mean, that's just...
Sounds amazing.
It's so good, isn't it? Like, so good. Like, if you were like, if somebody was trying to woo me, I'm married, but if you want to woo me, martini, caviar, homemade Bellinis, creme fraiche. It's like the Irish girl from like the small little house in the country. Oh, lovely. And yeah, whatever. But and I also love, last meal might be would it be on fit? It might be like a buff bourguignon.
Okay.
Or else like a really good rib of beef.
Yeah.
Probably a rib of beef.
Rib of beef. Roasted rib of beef.
A roasted beef, yeah, béarnaise.
Oh.
really crispy skinny fries, green salad.
Yeah.
And then for dessert...
And what would you drink with that? Barolo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good Barolo.
You're having spent time in Turin.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Martini with my caviar, or else just really cold, really good vodka. Barolo with my Boeuf Bourguignon fries and blah, blah. And then for dessert, I would have either really, really amazing, could only be shipped straight in from Italy, like by an amazing artisan maker. I mean, this is the last meal, right?
Of course. Make it good.
Hazelnuts.
Hazelnut.
And hazelnuts from Alba, please.
Of course, yeah.
Gelato.
The best hazelnuts.
And then a little gianduja chocolate. And finished off with an espresso macchiato. Bravo.
Sold. That sounds amazing. Okay, and your guilty pleasure snack?
My guilty pleasure snack, there has to be French fries. French fries.
Good French fries. Like
really
proper French fries.
Good French fries, yeah, no macadie.
Okay, and finally, you could cook for one person, past or present. Who would it be and what would be on the menu?
Who would it be, past or present? I can't have two people, can I? No, it's just one.
You can have two.
Can
I'll
I?
let you have two. Yeah.
Okay, so Nelson Mandela.
Okay, lovely.
I would love to hear his story.
Yeah.
And be around somebody who's so committed to his own culture and to such an amazing cause. Like amazing. What it was like in those walls. Him and my mum and dad.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All together, actually, I think they'd get on.
And what would you cook?
What would I cook them? What would I cook? I mean, my mum and dad would love everything because they're like my big heroes. So they'd be just like, whatever. They just love it. They'd be like, she's great. Oh, it's gorgeous. So it would be more about impressing Nelson Mandela because they'd be impressed anyhow. So what would I cook Nelson Mandela? I would cook him my last meal. Yeah. Because there's the little stories in
I'm sure
there.
he'd appreciate that.
Yeah. There's little stories. It's like maybe a little train of my life in there.
Clodagh, you are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on The Recipe.
Thank you for having me.
Absolute joy. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Recipe with me, Theo Randall. Don't forget to subscribe, follow and share the podcast wherever you listen. Until then, happy cooking.